What's up guys, my name is Igor. I'm a second year mechanical engineering student here at Imperial, and today I'll be talking to you about tips that I have for international students.
So to get things started, the first tip that I have for you guys is to take extra care of your biometric residence permit, which is your BRP. It looks like this, and this is pretty much your visa or your permission to enter the UK for the next several years. However, you will also need some form of ID when purchasing goods and services that are only for 18 plus and above. Now both the BRP and your passport can be quite risky to bring along, as losing them can spark lots of trouble. So as such, I would recommend investing in a proof of age card, which looks like this, and exists solely to showcase your age and verify that you are above the age of 18. The total application costs around £20, but the investment is definitely worth it, as it greatly reduces the risk of losing these aforementioned valuables. Alright, so moving on to the second tip, which is learn how to cook.
Okay, so while Imperial does have a lot to offer in their cafeterias, you will not always be able to access them, especially those of you living in dorms that are not that close to Imperial. So as such, the cheapest and healthiest way to be well fed is to cook your own food. I believe this is coming from someone who's never cooked a meal before you enter university, and now I cook for almost every single meal of the day. Just an example to show you how simple cooking really is, I've given you this brief demo that you're now about to see.
So for this demo, I'll be showing you how to cook salmon along with some asparagus and some mushrooms. You can add some rice to that as well. And it's really a simple process. So to get it started, you would essentially just heat up your pan and add some oil to it. I have a spray, but you can also use just liquid. Then put in your salmon. Heat it from the bottom. Just let it heat for some time. And after maybe 5 minutes has passed, you flip it to the other side. You want to get all the sides. Again, leave it there just to heat. Keep flipping it over and over to get all the sides. As you can see, it's starting to get its color. Then put in the vegetables and just let that heat as well. So I'm doing the asparagus right now. Just kind of rotating it around, flipping it. And finally put the mushrooms. Also let that heat there. Mix it up a bit. And that is pretty much it. What you're going to get in the end is a nice meal with cooked salmon and some cooked vegetables. All you need is those three ingredients, a bit of oil at the beginning, and maybe salt just to marinate it a bit. And that's all you really need. It's a very simple process, yet the outcome is a very tasty meal. Moving on to the third tip, which is going to be related to how you're going to store things over the summer. So as you move out of halls, you'll notice that you're going to have a lot of things in your wardrobe and just things in general. And you're going to be wondering what to do with these because you cannot store them here in halls over the summer. And bringing them back to your country is most likely unfeasible, as you'll need many suitcases.
What you can do is you can store your things in the UK over the summer. Now you can't do them in halls because they don't have any space for that. What you can do is you can consult with storage firms. The personal one that I use is Love Space. They specialize for university students. And what you can do is you pack your things in a cardboard boxes. They come to collect it on a specified date and time. They keep it for however long you want to. And then when you finish, you just ask for a date for it to be delivered back to your new address, and then that's the end. It's very simple. You will receive it on that day. You'll have to pay a bit per month, but it's not that expensive, honestly. And I would recommend you guys to do that. It's a very simple process, and it saves you a lot of trouble when you have to move out at the end of your first year. So the fourth tip that I have for you guys is related to financing, how to receive money from your parents or guardians from abroad. The exchange offices here in the UK sometimes have quite high rates when it comes to buying or low rates when it comes to selling. So this can be a bit of a problem because you're going to lose money there simply through the transaction. So I would recommend perhaps using firms such as MoneyGram or Western Union, as these firms allow you to directly send the money, so it automatically calculates the exchange rate for you. And it's good because the exchange rate is usually much better than those inside regular exchange offices. So I personally use Western Union as I find it to be a very simple process. When my parents send me money from abroad, the exchange rate is much better there. It's much lower than when you do it in regular exchange offices. All you have to do is bring an ID that confirms your identity, so like a passport or your BRP. And you also will need a number which your parents will get, and they can send it to you. You just have to confirm that it is for you. And you just have to tell them the amount that you're expecting, and then you will get that. And the transfer fee is very low as well. It's a very small percentage, and I think it's very effective because you can receive in cash and you can easily put in a bank, in any bank or ATM nearby. So I would personally recommend that. It's a very good and simple process. This is just a sample shop of the Western Union at Gloucester Road. Now there are other options you can use, such as MoneyGram or TravelX. This is just the one that I use, and hence why I'm sharing it with you guys. The final Final tip that I have for you guys is to not procrastinate. Now trust me when I say that this tip will save you many troubles throughout your years at Imperial. Without a doubt, the content will definitely be more challenging than from high school, that is the point of university. However, you will also have time to catch up on work, especially over the holidays. I would advise that you get started on any new project or assignment that takes a while as soon as you can, as you will have more time to refine it at the end. Even if you do have a lot of coursework, I would suggest finding some time to focus on these assignments in the earlier stages, typically because coursework counts, the assessment for coursework is at the end of the year. So you can prioritize your assignments which are probably going to have earlier deadlines. So the point is that you just want to be able to have that ability to prioritize which one is more important at the moment. And do not wait until the deadline, because that is when panic hits in and you're more prone to making mistakes. That's all the tips that I have for you guys today. I hope they were helpful. And once again, congratulations on getting into Imperial. And I hope that you have a fabulous time here throughout your years as a student.